Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first chase race of the season here of the PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series. This is race number 11, and as I said, the first chase race of this 5-race series. Getting ready here today to run our first chase race at Kentucky Speedway, a track that not only brings about the speedway kind of things, but also a little bit of short track racing as well in the turns, if you will. And we're going to find out here today who's going to take the first step to maybe becoming Season 3 Reese's Rally Car Series champion. We got 13 drivers after our whole weekend at Talladega Superspeedway came to an end who are going to be battling it out for that championship. Cody Lamas, Carson Gum, Michael Norman, Joshua Michaels, Wolfgang Mason ended up winning the last chance qualifier, Dylan Ogo, Hayden Klein, Felix Harris, Jacob Cook, Jacob Lawler, Justin Acosta, Jeremy McMurray, and Sophie Dillon. Those are the 13 drivers we'll be keeping an eye on during the course of this rest of the season to see who is that's going to be able to get the momentum, get the better finishes, and of course become champion at the end of the season. On the pole for today's race is actually a non-chaser, and that is Richard Johnson. Johnson, we know, actually almost came close to winning both the last chance qualifier and winning at Talladega Superspeedway in our 10th race and almost making the chase, but he comes in 16th in points now, 3rd in the regular standings. Currently, he is only 2 points behind 14th in points, Jake Smith, so that could be a good battle between Smith, Sosnowski, and Richard Johnson, 14th through 16th in points, but he's got the pole position for today's race. Alongside of him is going to be Devin Smith in the 29. Now, Devin Smith currently comes into today's race, currently 27th in points. He was not really mathematically eligible to make the chase. He did have an opportunity in the last chance qualifier, but as we know, was not able to capitalize there. He'll try to look for his first win of the season here. Ryan Acosta, he's going to line up in the 3rd position. It's been a pretty dismal season for him, 31st in points, but a good qualifying spot for his machine. And Lance Fogel, another driver who's been trying to really get out of the blocks and try and get himself a good run, maybe a win. He comes in 25th in points, and he'll start off from position number 4. James Silverfox, who's had the worst season so far of any driver, currently 36th. That's dead last in the point standings, even though he does have a win. Silverfox is going to roll off in the 5th position, and Ralph Mason is going to roll off in 6th place. Mason currently runs 28th in the standings. First chasers, if you will, start back in row 4. Jeremy McMurray, who is currently 12th right now in the chase points. Actually, he is tied for 2nd place because of the drivers that do not have a win yet this season. But anyway, he's actually listed 12th in points right now. He is going to line up alongside of the driver who actually comes in as the points leader of this series so far, Cody Lamas, who's actually in a 5-way tie for the first position, seeing as how he's one of 5 winners so far this season inside the chase for the championship. Carson Gum, Michael Norman, Joshua Michaels, and Wolfgang Mason also tied for the points lead. Time to get these cars rolling off. They'll complete a couple pace laps. While they do that, we will show you the starting lineup for today's race. Jeremy McMurray, Cody Lamas may have an edge on the rest of these drivers with the fact they had much better qualifying results, but we've seen here at Kentucky drivers be able to work their way up through the field and make something happen. We'll see what the case is going to be here today, as I believe it's going to be a 27-lap event. Season, we've had 10 regular season races, 10 different winners. So far, we have not had a multiple-time winner go to victory lane yet. Today might be the day. I don't know. We may have our 11th straight different winner this season. Who knows? Richard Johnson would love to be that driver. So would Devin Wilson, though. Same for Ryan Acosta, Lance Fogel. James Silverfox would be the first driver eligible to be the first 2-time winner of the season. The green flag is out. We're underway here at Kentucky Speedway. Richard Johnson got himself a good jump. Ryan Acosta going to follow him through on that inside line. He'll move to 2nd. 3 wide back there for 3rd. Take a look at this battle here. James Silverfox coming down to the inside of both Ralph Mason and Devin Wilson. Did I say Devin Wilson? I'm sorry. I meant to say Devin Smith. My bad. And now Ralph Mason gets a big run there, being able to switch lanes Jeremy McMurray trying to get the outside line working. And look at Cody Lamas on the high side there. Almost 4 wide there. Whoa, McMurray was able to clear Cody Lamas, but they were, for a split second, nearly 4 wide. And this all going on behind third place Ralph Mason, or actually fifth place Ralph Mason, I should say now. As he just lost a position there to Lance Fogel, who's now looking underneath of Devin Smith. Looks like also we may have a battle for the lead. Ryan Acosta there, almost getting to the inside of Richard Johnson. Now we know that Ryan's brother, Justin, is actually in the chase for the championship. We'll be looking back at a few of these drivers during the course of today's race as we see the guy who comes in tied for the points lead, came in as the points leader, Cody Lamas, almost making some contact there with, I believe that was James Silverfox, as he's now found the inside line. Whoa, contact back there between, I think that was Lisa Shears and Jake Smith. No, it wasn't. It was the other car, Riley Ogle and Jake Smith. That was at the back of the pack. They made some contact, but they keep it together. There's Joshua Michaels there in the 50. Michaels, of course, ended up winning at Talladega Superspeedway, which got him into the chase for the championship, and he's running way at the back here. He really needs to get something going. Same for the driver just ahead of him, Jacob Lawler. Both those drivers in the chase of the championship, but not in a good position here at Kentucky. Kentucky is a very difficult track to actually pass at, so you want to be up front if you can be. And there you see Richard Johnson continues to lead. Right behind him is Ryan Acosta. Then you got Devin Smith battle on for fourth. As to the inside of Lance Fogel comes Ralph Mason. Jeremy McMurray's now moved his way up here into the 6th position, trying to take over the points lead if he can. Also trying to pick up his first win of the season, as he is in the chase of the championship. And look who's there. Right behind him, James Silverfox, trying to rim ride there on the high side. Let's find out where a few more of our chasers are running. How about Michael Norman in the 97? Where is he currently? Currently back in the 16th position there. He's got Carson Gum there in the 39 just ahead, and Sophie Dillon in the 30. All chasers right there in that group of cars. Wolfgang Mason, who won the last chance qualifiers, back there too. As Michael Norman got a little bit of a shove into that corner, being able to swap lanes now. A little help there from Aaron Williams Jr., who almost turned him right there off that corner. That was close. And I'll tell you who's not really making up a lot of ground. That's Cody Lamas. He actually lost some ground there so far on this run. We're seeing the outside line get good runs. Watch the 49 of Brock McMahon there. There he is. Whoa, look out, cars just spun off the track, and I can't even tell who that was. It was one of the 90 cars. And I'm going to take an educated guess and say that maybe it was Hayden Klein. It probably was, because there is more drivers involved there. Barney Ward, Lisa Shears, I think got a piece of it, or Riley Ogle, one or the other. Wolfgang Mason, one of the chasers, he's involved. Ashley LaPlante got through. Zach Campbell is involved. Felix Harris may have gotten involved. That's another chaser. Hayden Klein sits on pit road. That's a chase contender right there. Lisa Shears was in it. And Michael Norman may have gotten involved in it. There's some rear end damage to the 97, who was also a chaser in this thing. Adam Chambers got damaged. Another chaser, Dylan Ogo, has been involved. And so we've got at least 4 chasers that I know of involved in this one. This caution coming out here on lap 7 of 27. They just took lap 8. Richard Johnson continues to lead. Devin Wilson was able to get by Acosta for 2nd. Acosta back to 3rd. Ralph Mason 4th. And I believe Lance Fogel completes top 5. That is indeed the case. As we'll take a look now back at a replay of our first caution. About 4 chasers involved in this one, as someone got turned off turn 2 and just blocked up the racetrack on the back straightaway. Now let's try and see how this whole incident got started. This was back around the 28th position. Oh no, it was somebody up ahead. Was that Michael Norman got turned around? Yes, it was. Michael Norman got turned around by Aaron Williams. Right up in front of, I'm guessing, that is the Felix Harris machine, quite possibly. There's Ashley LaPlante spun around. There's Wolfgang Mason there in the 35. He's going to go spinning down the back straightaway. Wilhelm Schultz, nice miss by him. There's Dylan Ogo. He's trying to get through. There's just nowhere for him to go. He tried to split the gap between Ashley LaPlante and Michael Norman. Could not do it. There's some incident further up here we'll be taking a look at, too. As I believe Wolfgang Mason spun up in front of some cars. Lisa Shears there. Adam Chambers, Barney Ward. All nowhere for them to go. There's the Zach Campbell machine. And there is Felix Harris. Pretty heavy duty front end damage to the 89. Now let's jump here to Wolfgang Mason, who I believe may have gotten driven by someone. Oh yeah, wow. Oh, there you see right there, Bianca Roberts actually got spun around too. And is she going to actually slide into Wolfgang? Yeah, makes a little clip there and actually righted her 33. And then, oh man, head-on collision there. That was Hayden Klein in the 96. And then watch Dylan Ogo just barely get through. Not so lucky, though, for that car there. I think that might have been Michael Norman. It was indeed. And then Barney Ward comes in, full speed. He's going to hit him. And then Lisa Shears, I don't think, slows down either. And I think she's going to get a little chunk of the 96 as well right there. So as I said, a total of 4 chasers involved in this one. Michael Norman, who came in 3rd in points. Wolfgang Mason, 5th in points. Dylan Ogo, 6th in points. Hayden Klein, 7th in points. Actually, 5 chasers, because Felix Harris, 8th in points, was involved in this as well. So this could blow the point standings wide open heading into next week. We'll see if any of these drivers may be able to continue with the damage they sustained here in our first caution of the day. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Already we're almost to the halfway point. That was a pretty long green flag run those drivers went under before they did actually wreck. Let's take a look at the drivers that have retired from this race so far, and 2 of them are chase contenders. Wolfgang Mason, who just got in by the skin of his teeth in the last chase qualifier, not going to start off this chase too well. He'll start with a DNF in 34th. Hayden Klein came in tied for 2nd place. He was actually 7th in the overall standings there. 35th is where he'll finish the day, and Barney Ward, not going to finish too well here today. He'll DNF in the 36th position, but Felix Harris was able to continue on. So too was Michael Norman, and so too was Felix Harris, or I think I said Felix Harris, Dylan Ogo, I meant to say. Here's the way the top 10 looks as we get ready to go back to green on lap 12 of 27. Richard Johnson's the leader, Devin Smith 2nd, Ryan Acosta 3rd, 4th Ralph Mason, Lance Fogel is in 5th. 6th place is the first chase contender up at the front. That's Jeremy McMurray in 6th. 7th, James Silverfox. 7th place is 8th place rather, DeMarcus Brown. My apologies. Danny Wells is in 9th, and Kyle Sisnowski completes the top 10. Let's find the rest of our chasers. Cody Lamas is in 11th place. Carson Gum will restart in 13th. Sophie Dillon in 15th. Justin Acosta is 17th. Then you got Jacob Cook in 19th place. Jacob Lawler will restart in 21st. Joshua Michaels back in 24th. There's Dylan Ogo back here in 27th place. Michael Norman in 29th. And then you go a ways back here before you get to the Felix Harris machine, currently restarting in 30-30s. It almost turned one of those cars up there. I don't even know which car that was. That was actually LaPlante he almost got into. That was close. We nearly had our second caution come out right there. So far, so good for Richard Johnson, though. He's led every lap so far, be it under the green or under caution. Not really had much of a challenge as the battle has been raging on for 2nd place between Ryan Acosta and Devin Smith. It looks like now Acosta may have some thoughts for the lead. He and Devin Smith have hung pretty tough there with that 92. Regardless of which one of those 3 actually go to victory lane today, it would be our 11th different winner in 11 races. As Ryan, tried to get the run there on the inside line, was not quite able to do it. Looks like Richard Johnson got a little bit slightly better run off of 4 and opened a little bit more daylight between himself and the Ryan Acosta machine as Jeremy McMurray's going to work. Going to the inside of Ralph Mason, that's for 4th place, but it is looking like the outside line's getting a much better run off of turns 2 and 4. And you see Ralph Mason, yeah, he did get a really good run off of turn 2 because he now uses the crossover move to try and get underneath Devin Smith. But Devin Smith now going to use the outside advantage, and he's going to go and keep the 3rd position. Meanwhile, Ryan Acosta trying to get the inside line working. Going for the lead under Richard Johnson. Let's see if he can get it working. Richard able to swing around the outside. Big run off of 2. He'll keep the top spot. Looks like if anybody's going to make any kind of passes, they got to make it on the middle or higher groove and get that run off of the corner. So we'll see if Ryan may try using the high line next time he gets to the back bumper of that 92. But right now he's got Devin Smith to worry about. Ralph Mason's been able to hold on to 4th place off of Jeremy McMurray. McMurray's still running inside the top 5 right now, and I'm trying to look here at the current point standings, and Jeremy McMurray might be a contender for the points lead. Let's see where Cody Lamas is. There he is, right behind Brock McMahon. He's currently 12th place right now, and with where Jeremy McMurray is running, Cody Lamas still would hold the points advantage of total of, I believe, 5 points over. See if I'm correct in that assumption. Yeah, I think it is 5 points over the machine of Jeremy McMurray. And there's Carson Gum, been actually keeping pretty close tabs there with Cody Lamas, currently in the 14th position last time by. Carson Gum, as I said, came in tied with Cody Lamas for the points lead, so we may be seeing a battle for the points lead right now heading into next week's race between these two, the 48 and the 39, as right now the two of them are only separated by the 40 of Aaron Williams. We talked a lot about different drivers here. How about we jump back here, look at the driver actually came in dead last in the chase points, but was actually tied for second in the standings. That's Sophie Dillon, currently running right now in the 15th position. Very good run for her. And Sophie Dillon was one driver who I actually did not give the credit to last week at Talladega. Did not think she was actually going to make the chase for the championship. But both she and Jeremy McMurray surprised me, and they were able to come away with good enough finishes to mathematically get themselves into the chase for the championship. As Cody Lamas, I don't know if he's gaining or losing, but regardless, he is in a 3-wide situation, and he is losing ground. Lots of ground being lost by the 48, as he's now going to lose a spot to Silver Fox. He lost one to Danny Wells. He lost one to Brock McMahon. Sosnowski already got by him. Here comes DeMarcus Brown, the high side. And both Cody Lamas and Carson Gum are stuck there on that inside line. I never thought I'd say that, but the inside line is not the advantage line here at Kentucky, apparently. And this is playing into the hands of one Jeremy McMurray as he continues to have gap build between himself and the drivers who came in first and second in points. As right now Sophie Dillon's trying to make up some ground there, and I'm also noticing another driver starting to make some strides up here to the front, even though he's not exactly running that well, and that's Joshua Michaels in the 50. He was trying to get that outside line working. Here he is trying to go around Jacob Lawler on the high side. Lawler going to try and throw the block, and the laps are actually ticking away awfully quickly. We're getting close to this race being over. Some stragglers back here. As a matter of fact, they may end up encountering them. Devin Smith now going to go to the inside line, try and get the lead away from Richard Johnson. Look at Jeremy McMurray. Look where he's moved to. Oh my goodness, he nearly ran right in the back of Devin Smith. I thought he was going to turn him. That would have been a huge caution right there, but oh my goodness, how did they keep it together? Ashley LaPlante right up ahead, though. Richard Johnson's led every lap so far, but it could be the slower machine of Ashley LaPlante who could take the win out of his grasp. Where's Richard going to go? He's going to go low, almost going to hit her. Oh, he's going to make some contact. They're actually rubbing doors on the 92 and the 75. As Richard tries to get through, look at Devin Smith trying to get the middle groove moving. Almost contact between Jeremy McMurray and Ashley LaPlante there, too. Oh, my goodness, that was close. And look at Devin Smith right out of the back bumper of Richard Johnson. Go to the inside line now. Did that maybe rattle the 92 a little bit, or can Richard Johnson regroup? Oh, Aaron Williams almost got turned back there by Sophie Dillon. Close call there. As Richard Johnson will clear Devin Smith. He'll still keep the lead. But Devin Smith's still there. So is Ryan Acosta coming around here. They will get the signal of 5 laps to go here at Kentucky. Where is Ashley LaPlante? I think they've been able to clear her. Oh no, someone spun. Someone spun heading into turn number 1, and the caution is out. Caution is waving. Second time today the caution waves. It waves with a total of, I'm looking here, 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. I don't know if we would get back to green flag racing or not. Richard Johnson sure is hoping that we're not going to be able to, but we did have someone spin up in the turn 1 vicinity. I don't know who it was. We're going to find out. Looks like Sam D may have something to do with it. Save for Zach Corbett. James Silverfox. What a tough break for him. He's been running up inside the top 10 for a majority of the day. You got to think that incident may have started with him, but it doesn't look like any chasers were involved in this one. As Richard Johnson leads the way, they'll come around and receive the signal of 3 to go when lap 25 goes on the board. I don't know if we'll get back to green or not. We're going to find out, though, as we head back, take a look at a replay of our second and what could be our final caution of the day. Now, let's take a look here at what happened. We're looking at Zach Corbett. Sam D is right behind him, and I think James Silverfox. Oh, yeah, just up ahead. You see James Silverfox got turned around by DeMarcus Brown. Silverfox then going to come back up the racetrack, man, right in front of Zach Corbett, who then is going to go right up into the Sam D machine, and the 3 car actually flipped up into the air. Oh my goodness, up into the catch. Look at the air. Holy cow. He visited all stories of that catch fence right there. As Silverfox, backwards and on his side, rides the outside retaining wall, but I don't think I've ever seen a car get that high at a track like Kentucky. Now, I know it's a speedway. I know they have pretty high speeds going into the corners, but never before have I seen a car actually visit all stories of the catch fence here in turn 1. And a wild ride there for for Zach Corbett, and oh boy, wow, that was a close call there. Dylan Ogo, holy cow, playing with fire. I don't think he could have fit a sheet of paper between himself and the right rear, or the left rear rather, of the Zach Corbett machine. But there you see on the right, the rear of the James Silverfox machine, Zach Corbett and Sam D. Hard licks for all three of those drivers here, bringing out the caution flag. Well, lights are still on to take the pace car, and the white flag was just displayed for one Richard Johnson. So it looks like our streak's going to continue. 11 races, 11 different race winners so far this season. Still no multiple winner will be had here in Season 3. But Richard Johnson led every single lap so far. Can't say he didn't earn it there late in this race. Ashley LaPlante holding him up. He almost lost the lead to Devin Smith or Ryan Acosta or any of those drivers that were up there. But what a great run here for Richard Johnson. He'll pick up his first win of the season. And I believe this is going to move him up to the driver being first of the drivers that are the non-chasers in the standings, as he did finish better than both Jake Smith and Kyle Sosnowski. And we said that he came in only 2 points behind 14th in the standings, Jake Smith. Let's take a look here and see what the point standings might look like. Looks like the highest finishing chaser is going to be Jeremy McMurray in the 5th position. Now, in order for him to have the points lead, Cody Lamas and Carson Gum would both have to be finishing in the 15th position or worse. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Cody Lamas is going to finish today's race in the 10th position. So a great job bouncing back there for Cody Lamas. We saw him lose a ton of spots, and it looks like Carson Gum will finish right behind him in 11th place. Here they come down here to the start-finish line. Richard Johnson ready to take the checkered flag and pick up his first win of the season in that 92 car. There's the checkers, crosses the stripe. It's official. Richard Johnson is the winner of race number 11, the first chase race of the season here in the Reese's Rally Car Series. And according to what the points are looking like, it looks like Cody Lamas will have a 1-point advantage over Carson Gum due to the fact that he finished only one position ahead of the 39 here in today's race. So Carson Gum, Cody Lamas separated by only 1 point. A few other drivers that could be up there battling for the points lead as well with good runs today. Of course, Jeremy McMurray and maybe even Sophie Dillon, because Sophie Dillon had a pretty good run, as I do believe. Let's see where she finished. Yeah, she finished at 13th place. So Sophie Dillon may have something to say about the points lead as far as mathematically when we head into next week's race. But how ironic that here, the very first chase race, and only 2 chasers finish inside the top 10, one of them just barely being Cody Lamas. Seems like the only driver who really had a solid top 10 car all day was Jeremy McMurray in that 24. Keep in mind, the 24 has been to Championship Victory Lane before in Season 1 with Trent Dunham. They'd love to be able to go there with Jeremy McMurray here in Season 3. Well, folks, this race is over. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. I hope that you guys will also notice I did make a little bit of a mess up when I saved this race. I did not save the full finishing result. I only saved down through 28th place. So 29th was Felix Harris, 30th was Ashley LaPlante, who finished a lap down. Sam D finished in 31st, Zach Corbett 32nd, James Silverfox in 33rd, 34th was Wolfgang Mason, Hayden Klein 35th, and 36th place Barney Ward. So for those of you that are not knowing where you are, at least you know now that where you finished outside of the top 28. Alright, so here comes your official results, your overall point standings, and your chase points heading into race number 12, which I think is going to be coming from Richmond. I'm not sure. I got to look into that. So I hope you guys are going to be tuning in for that. Here comes all the stuff you need to know heading into next week's race if you've been watching a production of the PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series here on the SRA Sports Channel. Offline racing at its best.